It's our Fair Part Show. It's our Fair Part Show. It's our Fair Part Show. It's our Fair Part Show.
G'day there, podcaster. Don't know if you heard, Ben, but whilst you're away, Belle actually did the intro for the first time for one of these.
No, I did hear that, yeah. A little shaky.
Yeah,
but she didn't fall over.
Yeah, no, I was really proud of her. But she's not here to fulfill her duties at the moment.
No, she's doing a poo.
Oh, she's doing a poo.
Doing a poo.
Yeah, standard. She does. A lot of people don't know this about Belle, but she will quite often do a massive poo to relax herself before a show.
And as a show, we try and cover for her. Like, we try and make sure we do recordings around poo time, but sometimes, like this, it just doesn't quite line up.
It's just, well, it has been 45 minutes now, so it's sort of, we're burning daylight, people.
Actually, this ties in nicely to a bit of business I had.
About poo? Or?
Yeah, no, it does.
Okay.
A big day yesterday in the Harvey household.
Freddie did his
first poo in the loo, in the little porta potty.
Oh, awesome, man.
Yeah. I'm very proud of it.
No,
yeah, it was
good
cool.
on you, dude. So
it felt like a big milestone.
So up until this point,
exclusively nappies.
Yes, yeah.
And then I don't know.
And I suppose that makes sense. I don't know. Because this is your first time doing all this, but I'm obviously new to it. So I'm like, yeah, he can hit a golf ball fairly well. So I'm like, I'm sure he's pooing in a toilet soon.
So timeline-wise, I don't think he's going to be pooing in the toilet like properly yet for a while. It's more just he was asking about the toilet. Like, he'd point at the toilet.
But what's that?
He was interested in it.
Yeah.
And then obviously he would see us using it as well. So then we bought him a little potty.
Does it sit, and that sits on the toilet?
No, one of them. That's like we have
that. That's like a more advanced.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the next stage up. But he's also just got a potty on the toilet. And for the last kind of week, he would sit on that nude. He would just sit on it and read a book.
Oh, cool.
And then
just like his dad.
Just like his dad. He would sit there, read a book, and then not much will happen. And then just finally got up. There was a poo in there.
Isn't that great? So you've lined it up perfectly. You've just got rid of these shitty nappies.
Yep.
You've done 2 years of it, and then you've lined it up perfectly, so you're just going to fall right back into it.
But I do love that about having a second child, doing them close together.
At least you're like, okay, we got that one done. All right, let's move on. Next one.
But I think even though he's done a poo in the potty, I don't think we're up to undies yet. I think that's still months away. It's kind of like, hey, use the potty, it's fun.
Yeah.
But the real challenge, I think, with potty training is when you actually take the nappy off and you just put undies on. Well, there's a whole bunch of messes.
Take it from his godfather. He was wet in the bed until he was like 17.
That's good to know.
You know? You finished it. You snapped it off, did you, Belle? Good to have you in. Yeah, we're just doing the off-air pod here. And you missed another huge milestone about Ben and his child.
I swear to God, I said it.
Did his first poo in the potty.
Oh, I was like... Has he had a problem? Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So
nice.
Bless.
Yep. It's nice.
It was a big moment when I shared it with Liam.
It was actually,
Really?
I wish you were there. It was actually really emotional.
Really?
Nice.
We cried and hugged and stuff.
It segged in nicely because we were talking about your big poo, and then it was like, hey, speaking of big poos.
I was actually replying to a DM.
Okay. And I know you do like to get a bit of admin done whilst you're on the ball, so that's good.
Belle's office, as we call it.
Yeah, the office. Where is she? Just zoom in. She's in the office.
I so wish like a pre-show that would be great, but sadly no.
A what? Sorry.
A pre-show poo.
Yeah. Like I remember you used to do them. I think.
Breakfast hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
When that first coffee hit, you know.
Gurgle.
Mm-hmm.
But you said we weren't doing an off-air pod now, so I was just taking my sweet time.
Doing that giant. Yeah. Anyway. No. Anyway. So we'll move past the poo. But
well, congratulations, Ben.
Thank you.
That's huge.
I'll pass it on to Freddie.
You're lucky you weren't in here for the start of the pod because Doc Gracie's just left the studio, and it was really hot. It was like a lizard tank. You know, they had like warm
terrarium.
Globes. Yeah, terrarium. Oh, good word. Like, you know how they like to like sort of warm themselves. Like
yes.
Yes. He likes it hot, and
we
all.
Do you know why?
Because he has ice baths.
Yeah.
But I like this because he's committed to having ice baths every day. But I'm pretty sure he like gets the bags of ice and like does it in his shower.
I must admit, a few months ago, he said to me, "Sorry, the studio's so warm. I had an ice bath, so I cranked it up." And
wait, so he was doing it here?
No,
he
does
it at home.
So why is he making it hot in here? I don't get that.
Because your core temperature drops so much that he's trying to warm himself back up again.
Even that long after?
You stay cold for a few hours, yeah.
Really?
Like not cold where you're properly shivering, but you do feel cold for sure.
I can't remember when I did them. Yeah, right.
But I said to him, I was like, because I just thought Joel Creasy would have a really fancy one. So I said, I don't know what
you
kind
would
of.
assume he's got custom built.
I said, what kind of one have you got? And he said, I can't remember the name of it. Sorry. I was like, that's all right. And then I saw he did a video in it recently.
Yeah.
And it's one of those ones where you have to properly get that's more like dedication, I think. If you're getting the ice and filling it up.
A friend
every
of mine
time.
sells them online. Actually, I could probably
like a proper one or like a
Joel
temporary.
Creasy. Yeah,
I don't want that.
The one that comes in a box that you just kind of pop up.
Yeah. It seems like a fair bit of hassle.
Yeah, I want a good one that you can turn on and it makes it.
But I reckon you more run at a creasy temperature. Like we're always fighting about the aircon in here.
But that's because
you
it has been proven.
you like it warm.
Yeah, but no, but it has been proven that women feel the cold way more than men. And that's just like a universal thing where, I find this studio right now really cold and I'm going to put my jumper on.
It's because of brown fat. Women have less brown fat.
Don't say brown fat, man. Don't say brown fat.
Women have less brown fat than men.
I don't know. Just as soon as you start throwing the F word around, everyone gets a little tense.
I'm saying
we're talking about gender and
I'm saying women have less brown fat.
Yeah?
It's a thing no one talks
Have I
about.
just got more white fat?
Huh?
Have I got more white fat?
No, brown fat is what protects
Chin
you.
fat?
Brown fat.
Are you saying arm fat?
You've got a bit of brown. You got a bit of brown fat, a bit of white fat. Everyone's got fat. You don't run at 0% body fat, Belle. You're not Cristiano Ronaldo.
That's a good reference.
No, I listened to a podcast about ice baths, and they do talk about brown fat, which is the thing that you build up more of it the more you're in the cold. But it's not. Don't think about it like
what about
white fat. White fat's obviously like around your organs and stuff and your belly,
because you've also got like visceral fat.
That's white fat.
Okay,
that's the bad fat.
So
you
could
really
be,
bad.
and do you know you can be really, you can be like a nut. So like I saw this thing right, and you could be like an amazing athlete, like a long distance runner, but you actually have more visceral fat because your body's used to going through some gnarly strain of like, you know what I mean? Like those ultra marathon runners who are doing like 100K, and then your body's trying to protect itself and keep more visceral fat around the organs. So you might have the same visceral fat as some like giant person who's really unhealthy.
Have we talked? I think I've talked with you guys before about fat, skinny, fat.
Yeah, skinny. Yeah, I'm definitely.
You're fat, skinny, or skinny fat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, skinny fat is definitely a thing.
If you're skinny fat, that means you're healthy on the inside, but you're just like a bit like pudgier. But if you're
I thought it was also like a physique type.
Yeah, but if you're fat, yeah. So if you're fat skinny, then you could have really bad visceral fat and organ health because you might eat shit, but your metabolism's quick, but you drink lots of alcohol, whatever, but you look really skinny on the outside.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, so I grew up and my mum kept saying that I was just fat.
Oh, okay.
You could be fat, skinny, brown fat. You could be brown fat, skinny fat. There's a lot of
this is pretty much Huberman Lab right now.
That's the podcast I listen to,
and this is where I learnt my other visceral fat
is it?
fact. Yep.
I do enjoy Huberman's Lab. I find some episodes can drag.
He loves his dog, doesn't he?
He loves his dog. Like some episodes go deep on the topic, which is what you're after, I guess. But I like to pick out topics like ice baths, sleep.
Is this a lot of your? Yeah, recently you had a
Whoop.
You got your Whoop, and then the glucose. Are you rocking it right now, bro?
The bicep band.
Yeah, the bicep will hoop.
The bicep will hoop. And you also had a glucose thing.
Yeah.
So Sarah's doing the same thing, and she
got one now.
No, she had a glucose one, but she's got the Aura ring. But she's a big Huberman bro.
We got to swap.
You guys should,
Sarah and I got to swap details.
No, dude, she's honestly pushing Huberman Lab on me so much. But I'm listening to this.
To
I know I do listen to bits and bobs here and there, and he is very clever, and I think he's very well spoken and articulate. But which is the same thing. But I am just enjoying this one called the Magic Sponge at the moment.
Can I go? Yeah.
Sorry,
okay,
just
cool.
quickly, have you guys talked about what time we're recording this podcast?
No.
Okay. The show starts in approximately, a minute?
Yeah, but we had to do this so late because of that massive poo you were doing.
We were trying.
You said we weren't going to be recording on an off-air pod, and I had a whole chat with Scudder about how, shit, when am I going to do it? Do we do it during the show? And then I said, all right, well, I'm going to the toilet.
You got poo in your brains? You got poo in your brains? I said we were going to do it immediately.
No, I just got lots of freaking white fat in my brain,
Bell's
clearly.
Like, excuse me, lads, I'm getting rid of some brown fat over here. You'll have to give me 40 to 50 minutes.
Anyway, the show is literally about to start, and I'm trying to read up on the first thing that we're doing.
How does she find the Aura ring?
Okay.
She loves it. Sarah, all she wants me to do is get an Aura ring. I would make her so happy if I got an Aura ring, and I I feel like she's going to get me one for my birthday, and I'll be real pissed if she does because I don't want it.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's really cool, and it gives you stats, and you like wear it, but I'm like, I think they are very cool. Basically, if you don't know what it is, it's like a little ring. It's the same as same as like an Apple Watch. Basically, it doesn't have the screen on it, but it monitors blood, sleep, heart pressure,
stress,
everything. Like, and
which Liam does have a lot of pressure. That's right.
And maybe that's why she wants me to get it. So, but that's the thing. I reckon I'll get more stressed if the ring's like, "You're gonna die. You need to calm down."
Yeah.
But I feel like it's a bit too chunky. So I'm like, I don't like chunky. I already wear 2 rings, and I'm like, I don't want a big chunker on my hand.
Yeah. Anyway, I really enjoyed that pod. I'm keen to talk to Sarah about more health stuff.
Yeah, we should get on. We'll have a Huberman lab.
I wouldn't mind talking about how her readings have been going with the glucose monitor when she had that.
Yeah. Oat milk, big spike, guys.
Yep.
Yeah, look out for that
sugar.
Stuff. Look out for that stuff. A lot of brown fat.
A lot of brown fat, a lot of sugar.
Yeah,
Not more than me.
Oh, bit of visceral fat there. I don't know.
I
don't know what that
You just touched your boobs
No.
and said a lot of visceral fat.
Visceral fat is around your organs.
Yeah,
Yes.
but you just grabbed your boobs and said.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what I was doing.
All right.
I was trying to remember all the fats we were talking about.
See ya.